Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been at least 4 months, I think, since I've put up a video, so I apologize to all my subscribers for that. Life just takes you away from the YouTube channel every now and then, and unfortunately it's been a long 4 months retiring from the Canadian Armed Forces after 34 years and starting a new position with the Government of Canada as an advisor. It's kind of taken up a lot of my time, but I just wanted to pop in today in 2025, get back to the channel a little bit here as we're getting closer to spring and summer and getting back out running. I just wanted to pop in and I found myself a really cool piece of equipment or tool for the shop, and I just wanted to go over it for any of you guys out there in the 24 scale, especially that are doing some soldering on ESCs or the micro receivers for the GT5 FlySky. I just wanted to show you this Fanttik soldering iron because it is freaking amazing for these little soldering jobs. So it's not that expensive. I got mine off Amazon just recently. Thought I would give it a try because I do have a few of these AM32 ESCs in. Giving them a try, seen them on YouTube a lot, so I thought I'd give them a try, then waiting on FureTech stuff to come in because Canada, it sucks for getting that stuff, and as we all know, tariffs are coming in, and it's probably going to get even more expensive and harder to get in Canada. So I picked up these from AliExpress. I got this one soldered up with this Fanttik, and it does an amazing job. So and especially when you're doing these, I find it really good for the ESCs. I'll try and get as close as I can there, guys. So those little pins, I'm hoping it's going to focus enough on it, are really small and hard to get with a normal chisel and soldering iron. While this Fanttik comes with multiple tips, and it is wireless, and it can get up to, I think it's 840 Fahrenheit for a wireless soldering iron. That is amazing. And you can see I did this up this morning. I'm not going to bore you with showing you how it solders, but I'll show you the unit itself and what it comes with. Like I said, I paid like 116 bucks Canadian for it. So in the US, you're probably looking 70, 80 bucks maybe off Amazon. But yeah, it does an amazing job. I was even able to solder these wires were I had them longer, and I wanted it to have the connector right on for the motor, the 3-pin PH 2mm connector. So I bought the connectors, which come with just the pins out the back. Here, I think I have some. So I got this kit here off of Amazon, of course, and I did order some stuff from AliExpress. Seems to be getting a little cheaper for Canada to buy off AliExpress. Got to wait a little bit longer, but the ESCs came in. I got five of them I think. So just to get started, so I got these little connectors, right, the male portion of the connector, and I was able to solder that wire onto those little pins, each one, no problem, with this iron. And those are really small pins. Come on, focus as best you can, I guess. They're really small pins. So I was able to get that on there, and I put a bit of heat shrink on each one just to keep them separate because that is the motor wire. Didn't do a great job on this one. This was the trial. I do have the capacitor on there, and JST plug, and we've got the receiver plug in there, and I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure I'm good to go. But I did want to do just the motor connection because you got a lot of wires in the 24 scale, and I wanted shorter wires. I would like to find a set that I can get right into these 3 holes, but these are smaller plugs, so they do not fit. The pins do not line up. What did I do with that pin? So these pins don't line up with the ESC board. I know someone has done it. I saw it on YouTube a while back, or maybe Instagram, I can't remember. Somebody has put one of these directly onto the board, but I don't know how. So maybe there's another set of these out there that have different pin angles or something. I'm not sure. I do have the angled pins on set also. They angle upwards and out. I was hoping that they would fit in there, but once I got the pins, I realized, yeah, no, they're not going to fit in there. So I had to wire it direct and then just put the pin on and put some heat shrink over it. And like I said, I haven't tested it yet, but I just wanted to go over that. So this thing here is freaking amazing. It doesn't come with this. I bought this myself. It's for my soldering stuff, and it doesn't come with flux, so I got a little thing of flux there, but it does come, as you see here, with this stand. This is the iron itself, and like I said, on the back is where you set your temperature. So right here, just a click of the back, start at 390 Fahrenheit up to 840. I think I was soldering at 750 or 660 on the small board on the receiver. Very easy to change. The base is swivel, so this swivels. You can swivel this all the way around. Really handy as hell. You get sponges, a whole bunch of different sponges. I got water in there because I was soldering earlier. And then in the front you have the drawer, and in that drawer is all your tips. So as you can see, they're really fine. Like, I mean, they are really fine. Even the chisel tips. You have two different sizes there. You can see I was using one. I didn't clean it off very well. But if you look at the tip here, this is the style of tip I was using on. Like, it is a very fine point. It's really hard. My camera hates zooming in on things close. I got to get a better camera for these. But yeah, very, very fine. It's like a pin right at the tip. And it worked amazing for getting into those little tiny areas. So I used this angled one. It's the same tip size, but it's angled. To change, very easy. You just undo this, and you pull it out. There's a little coupler in there that you got to keep in the. So there's just like you would off a Dremel tool or something, but it's plastic. It doesn't melt. I thought, what the hell? That's plastic. It's going to melt, but it doesn't. It must be Deleron or something. It looks really thin plastic to me, but I don't know why it doesn't melt. So you just pull it out, and when you put it in, you just make sure that you go all the way in till it stops, and that's where it's picking up the heat. You put your cap back on, screw it on tight, and this is a metal cap. That's metal threads. And you get it in there tight, and you're good to go. And you press and hold, and the light comes on red. What do we got it set at? 750. Let's go to 840. And as soon as that light that's blinking red right here around the on button is green, it is heated up. And it does not take long. And again, this is completely wireless, chargeable with Type-C. So any Type-C wall charger you have, or computer charger, whatever, it'll charge it. And it didn't take too long to charge when I first got it. So it would have had, and there you go. So we're at 840 Fahrenheit within, what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe. And you're at temperature, and off you go. So you can use that, and off you go. You can put it back into your stand while you're running. They say you get about 35 to 40 minutes of use out of a charge, depending on your temperature. I would say probably 840, you're not going to get that long. But I'll tell you, it worked great for getting into those small spots. And then you just hold and press it, and the light goes out, and then you're off. And it cools down really quick, too. Really, really quick. So yeah, you just need Type-C in the bottom. You'll plug your Type-C in. I think mine's pretty much charged because I charge it after each use. The light will blink white around the on button, and then it'll go solid when it's fully charged. So a really good tool for guys in the 24 scale especially. It'll work good for the battery connectors and stuff, and the bigger batteries and stuff too. But if you're working on 24 scale ESCs, and especially these tiny little receivers for your FlySky GT5, and again, I've followed Yep's advice and done it the opposite way. So the bind button's on the bottom, and you just flip it over and you put your plugs in, your connectors in that way. Just make sure when you're putting them in that you test it before you go in, because there is a chip there, and you don't want to be too low. When you put that in there, you don't want to be down too low. I find that just bringing the tips through the end on this side, the holes, it's hard for you guys to see that, but there isn't much there. Like just the tips are coming through. But if you look at the soldering job that did, like you can pinpoint your solder to each one of those tips and have just minimal amounts that you need to hold that connector in there. So just be careful when you're wiring it this way. Make sure that you've got room to put your JR plugs on away from that chip, and then that's space saving right there, let me tell you. So you're saving a lot of space by doing it the other way instead of putting them out the normal way. So yeah, I haven't bound this up yet or anything. I just soldered this up this morning, and I thought, you know what, I haven't done a video in a while. I need to get a video up for my subscribers and keep the channel alive a little bit, so I did that. So yeah, I'm really anxious to try these. What else has been going on in the shop? So yeah, this thing is freaking amazing. Get yourself one of these for sure. Make sure you have a cleaning tip. Always clean your tip at least 3-4 times every time you pull it out and doing a job. When you go to the next pin, I clean it, I get back at it. I also have tinning compounds, so you get a little square thing in the weller that has tinning powder inside of it, so you put your tip in there to automatically tin it when it's hot. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I absolutely love how easy it is to solder those. Like, these are the size of wires that you can solder simply with that thing onto these little tiny connectors for your motor connections on these ESCs. Like I said, I would like to get it right on the board, but I don't know if somebody has done it. I'm sure it was Instagram that I saw. I should have saved that post and messaged him and see what connector he got to do it on there, but for these ESCs. But yeah, we're going to give it a go. I did want to put the capacitor on there. It's recommended to have that in there. I'm not sure if it makes a difference. Yep, 24 didn't have one on his, and it ran great. And I messaged him probably about a week or two ago, maybe a week ago, and asked him for, give me a little bit of an update on the heating and stuff, and he hasn't had an issue with these at all. I did get the programming card also, so I can get into the AM32 software and program it. But again, he didn't do that, so I'm just going to run it the way it is in one of my rigs once I get another one built, or swap out in the small ones that I got. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in and do a short video on that. Maybe give you an update of what I've been working on. I haven't been not working on the hobby. Sorry if you hear a bit of noise and a fan noise to my left. I got my 3D printer going. I got my Bamboo Lab A1 Mini printing off some supports, some chassis supports. So I have been working on some chassis. So I have this chassis here. It is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's very close to, I kind of designed it off the ramp crab chassis, but extended the back end a little bit on, I've got about 5 or 6 different versions actually of it now. So the angle is 7% skid angle. Sliders, of course, to fit on my bodies that you've probably seen on my Instagram. So I have been working on some 3D bodies. So this is one of my non-marlin cut bodies with the SR5 body, magnet mounts inside, so they just snap right on. So right onto this build, that is the chassis on the build. So everything turned out good, and I got to get this changed out with that receiver. So this is the stock receiver. This is a Lizard Pro, so I'm using it just as the receiver. So now that I have the micro receivers, I only got 3 of them. I ordered 6 and they shipped it in 2 batches, and I don't think I'm going to get the second batch. It's not looking good that they're going to arrive, but we'll just get a refund off Ali. It's pretty easy to do that, and then just order some more. Like in Canada, I paid $8 Canadian for those receivers. That's just not heard of in this country, so I'm definitely ordering some more, because I just picked up the GT5 last week, knowing that these receivers were coming. So yeah, so that's a nice build with that chassis and that body. So I have been working on some stuff, guys, on the 24 scale. If you follow me on Instagram, here is another one. This is mainly stock electronics. Now that I have ESCs, I'm going to change all that out. So it's with the Endura purple motor, stock freaking ESC. Another nice build. But we got motors in, so we're going to change that out. I do have the one Furatech starter kit came in. I paid an arm and a leg for it, but I got it. And I did order some of the Viper motors, Endura Viper micro motors from AliExpress. Again, dirt cheap when I got it off AliExpress. I paid $20 Canadian, 26 bucks Canadian a piece. I bought 2 of them. So I'm going to be ordering these off Ali again. They came within a week and a half to Canada. That's freaking phenomenal. I can't get them on Amazon in Canada. They don't have this motor. They have the fat one, but the fat Viper, but not the not the mini purple Viper. So got a few of those to go into a couple trucks. So we're getting the 24 scale going. So yeah, so that's another one of the bodies. This is the SR5 with the Marlin cut and a sunroof and roll bars. Yeah, it's been fun working on these and designing these. I'm pretty happy with the way they're turning out. I have a few other ones. I've got resin printed bodies all over. I've been working pretty hard on getting these set up the way I want them, with all the battery trays and pieces and all the other stuff that comes with having your own body. You got to make sure you got room for everything else with sliders. We do have a newer version. Actually, we've got 2. I'm not sure about this one yet. It's really, really small. And this is printed in, I was just testing that's a blown out transmission that I got to get some metal gears for. They're all stripped out in there. Yeah, so this is really, really small. I was trying to get one trying to find the right chassis for the Datsun, the infamous 620 body that's out and about on YouTube and out on everyone's 3D printing machines but mine. And I found one on Calls 3D. I downloaded it. The cab is really nice. The cab is really good, but the box was garbage, so I had to rework the box of it. So I do have it printed. This is resin printed. So it's a little different than the one that's out there that most guys are having. I had to redo the box. I think I threw that main box out, the first print. Like, there was holes and it was thin, really, really thin. And this was down a little, the cover was down a little bit further. What he had basically done was taken another box and inlaid this style, like the Datsun box, over top of it, but missed a gap. Like, there was gaps, there was areas that just would not print correctly, and left really thin areas and holes. So I redid it kind of the best that I could, and put the Datsun in the back, got the bottom lights, and it's pinched, bottom lights and everything. That's different than the back window is different than what everybody is. You can find this on Cults. The box is just garbage though, but I reworked the box, made it a little bit more closer to the body style, and it is the long box, of course. So I was trying to find a chassis to fit this, because this one will not. When you put it in there, oh, I got to get one without, I don't think I have one without the sliders on it. No, I don't have one with, I've been testing and printing and testing. This one's got different shock mounts. So here we got some different shock mounts on this one, but I don't think this one's going to fit in there at all. Oh wait, maybe I got one over here. No, this one. So I've got this one built for this cab, which is not mine. I got this off Cults also. Everyone has seen that. I've adjusted it a little bit, but I wanted to get the chassis to fit on there, so as a cab only. I think it's okay. I extended here, gave extra shock mounts. There's a tray that can go in there. It might have to go a little longer, but I've got the sliders that'll meet up, and they're nice and flush. And again, it's the magnet mount, so I added the magnet mounts to it. And this is getting longer than I thought, but I thought we'd go over some of this stuff since I haven't done a video in a while. So yeah, so this one's turning out pretty good, and I think it'll be good once I get it built. I've got a few donors sitting on the course over here. Like, I got a couple Broncos that are stock that I haven't touched. I might just start tearing them apart. But I do have some Endura, their new better steering angle. What is it, 42% steering angle axles. I got a set of those. So I do want to get this built up too, now that I got some FureTech motors and Endura motors with some ESCs. But finding the chassis for this has been hard. So anyone got a suggestion? Mini Mayhem may and Yep may, if they ever watch this. I doubt they will, but let me know, because this body isn't the best. I'd love to get the original files that are out there, because the dude is disappeared that originally put it up on Cults, and you can't get it anymore. But this is what I got, and I kind of want to make it work, but I'm trying to find the right chassis. So this chassis I kind of designed hoping it would fit. Lower shock mounts. It's really small. You got a few options here. Still with my skid plate design, so all of these are the same design. Pardon me, the skid plates are the same. You can go left or right with the skid plate. So motor forward, motor back. It looks like a really good fit. I think I've got everything pretty much lined up good. That's why I had that tranny in there. So once you get her bolted in there, you can go that way, or you can just turn the skid. But I made it a little bit easier, I guess. If you get it built and you don't want to pull the skid off, you can just take the tranny out and flip it over, and then you can change it more forward or back. All of the chassis that I have done that, so I can change it anytime I need to. But yeah, this one's a little small. It's printed in PLA Pro, so it's pretty sturdy. Like, I think it'll hold up. It's not going to be sitting out in the heat very long, because I don't keep my trucks in my car. But yeah, but I'm not sure if it's gonna, like, this way it looks like it's good, but I want the pan to be underneath. I'd have to figure out some sliders for it. And on the cab, he's got, whoever designed it, he's got these bumps here, which are a real pain in the ass. I might just grind them down. I don't know. They're there for the louvers for some reason. Maybe it's just supporting that because it gets really thin in there. I'm not sure. Again, these are resin printed. They're not FDM printed. So that kind of interferes with a bit, but I'm wondering if this chassis is going to work. I don't know. So if you got a suggestion on a chassis for this, that would be great. Or if you can freaking suggest in the comments below where I can get the original files, that would be great. This is not bad. Like, the body is nice. It's 113 millimeter is what it's supposed to be. Like I said, I had to fix the box, so the box is a little bit heavier. This is a little bit thicker, 2 mil. I think I did that at. Raised it up to the top, put the bigger trim on the top to line up with that body line here. But yeah, I would love to get one of these built and painted up for come this spring. But so let me know. I appreciate that. But anyways, I think I've babbled on long enough. We're probably like 22 minutes, 23 minutes into the video, but it's been a while, guys. I apologize to all my subscribers that I haven't been posting anything, but I'll get back at her here shortly. I've got some 110 builds I got to get done for the spring. I've got another RC four-wheel drive rig I want to get put together. It's been sitting on the shelf back here waiting to get put together. The Toyota Extra Cab, of course, it's sitting waiting. I got the body kit and I've got the chassis kit for it, so I got to get that together. And yeah, so I haven't not been working on the RC side. Just been, a little busy for doing videos and stuff, and it's winter here. It's freaking cold right now. It's like minus 24 outside Celsius and 36 with the wind chill or something today. So yeah, it's freaking cold, but I just wanted to pop in, do a video, show you guys this freaking awesome soldering iron. So if you're into the 24 scale and you're doing these soldering and you're having difficulty getting really nice soldering done, like really nice solder job done on these things, this makes it simple. I've been soldering for a long time, so I'm fairly good at it. But when I saw this on YouTube, actually a 3D channel, a guy had it, and he showed it, a guy in Canada here that I watch, and I'll tell you, I'm glad I bought it, because it just, like, those are just so clean. Like, there's just a tiny little drop on there, and it's all you need. Put a little bit of flux on the board itself, on the connectors, push it through, and then put it into a clamp. All I do is I solder one corner on each side first, opposite of each other. Then the connectors are set in there. I stick it in my helping hands, and I just go to town. It takes me 3 minutes, if that, to solder that up. So yeah, if you're interested in that, again, it's on Amazon. I'm sure you can get it on US Amazon. If it's in Canada, it's in the US, guaranteed. It's probably a US company. Maybe not, maybe China. But anyways, it's the best thing I've bought in a long time for helping me with soldering and stuff. So check it out. I'll leave a description or a link to it in the description below for Canada, for anyone in Canada for Amazon, and see if I can find it in the States. Maybe I'll leave that link in the bottom for you too. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And again, sorry it's been a while since I've put up a video, but you know how life goes. I'm online. I'm watching YouTube every day. I'm commenting on people's streams and stuff. It's just haven't done the video thing in a while, even though I've been really working hard on these mini crawlers and my chassis. And that's another one that I'm trying to figure out if this is going to work. And again, like I said, it just, if I can get one of these out for you, there we go. So that is how they connect. Pretty nice, easy, flat skid. Screw holes there, so you mount it through the chassis through those holes. I was going to end this video, but here we go. Right, so you mount it through those holes. The adjust this side, the other ones on this side are for, of course, your links, and then you've got areas here on each side, front and rear, to do your lower links, or your upper links, sorry. So your lower links will go into your into your skid, and then you've got the upper links. I did it on this one. Yeah, the upper links are on the chassis of this one, just on the inside, which is this chassis. So they're in this area down in here on the front and the rear, and the sliders are enough to allow you to do that. And you've got like 4 different mounting locations, and a whole bunch more on the front because of the way the skids are, the side sliders. But I think, yeah, this is the chassis that I've extended and given more shock options. So I've dropped down, give you more shock options there depending on the length of the shock that you use. I like to use 30 to 40 mil only. On this one, I've got the Proline 40s, I think. No, 30. I think those are 32s. But I do like the articulation I get from those. These bodies are not done, and because I don't have my roll bars in there. They're just sitting in inlays that I designed into them. But the roll bars are cool. That is resin printed also. That's a dually one. But you get really good, like I'm getting pretty good articulation. You guys can't see that. Pretty good articulation there. With those, I think they're 32 or 33 millimeters. It's the small Proline. My local hobby shop had them and hadn't sold them, so I picked them up and he gave me a good deal on them, so I bought them. But anyways, this one's a little higher. Skid angle is 8. I believe I did it at 8%. So she's got a good angle there. I've got some tray options that you can put in the front, in the back, or you can put one back here. I also have, it's on my printer right now actually, right here. These are also 3D printed, your chassis braces in PLA Pro. Like those are just tiny, so they're for a 1.4 millimeter. But everything is 3D printed there, and I'm thinking they're going to work out pretty good. So pretty happy with the way they turned out. This one here, I'm going to build it and see what kind of body I can fit on it, but I don't think it's going to fit the Toyotas very well. Maybe a stock Bronco will fit on there, but it's a good design. I'm just hoping it works out. So anyways, guys, I'll leave you there. And again, sorry it has taken me so long to do a video. 4 months is a long time for me. I'm usually at least getting 1 or 2 a month. But it is winter, and I had some life-changing events happen with retiring from the forces and taking a different position with the government of Canada in the Canadian Armed Forces still, but just a different position. So anyways, guys, I will leave it there. And thanks to everyone that has subscribed over the last 4 months. I have gone up, even though I haven't been posting. So thank you for all the new subscribers. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Especially leave me a comment if anyone can find me or suggest a chassis for this Datsun. I really want to build one up. Or find a individual that is willing to share out the original file from the original guy. I'll even pay for it. I don't care. I just want to be able to resin print the original, the right one, this may work. I just need to find the right chassis. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And like always, stay safe, and we'll see you at the next one.